Coming, guys. Get a little Palo Santos going here. All right, guys. Nature started here. Back with another read. What we got going on today is Scorpio. So let's get into it, yeah? Get into it, yeah. All right, guys. I hope you guys are having a very blessed day. I got my little I don't know if you guys can see it, but can you see it? My jellyfish? Okay. I don't know if it's showing up on camera while I'm got it going, but anyway, it gives me good vibes. I like having it around while I'm doing my reading. And it's funny because the last time I had it out, jellyfish kept coming out in the reading, like literally on the cards. It's really cold in here. It's hot as heck outside because I live in Texas, guys. So I got the air blasting. So it's freezing in here, and my nose keeps running. Mm. I started the reading with a little Palo Santos. So let's get a little bit of. I got my Himalayan salt on here. And I got my Tibetan bowl. I'm just going to get the vibes right before we get this Scorpio reading going, right? Just inhale all that positive energy, okay? And exhale all the negative energy. Just let it go. One more for the road, right? All right. Blessings to you all. Let's start the day off with some high vibes, great energy. This is Nature's Daughter, back with another Zodiac reading. This is for adults only. So if you are under 18, please leave the room voluntarily. This is for entertainment purposes, so please don't go out and make any life altering decisions based on this reading or any other. Let me get my device plugged up real quick. We don't want to run out of battery at all. Let's see if I got this going right. Just want to make sure I have my camera set up the way I want it. I have my background showing up right. Because I got the camera pretty close, right? I used to have it where you could see the cards on the table, but right now I feel like it's more important for you to just see the card in the camera. So the energy that I've been picking up for Scorpio is prosperity and a lot of hateration going on. Holleration in this dancery. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join the tribe if this resonates with you, okay? And if it resonates with you in a way where you know it'll help out a friend, share it. Share it with that friend so that friend can get the information and the knowledge that they need, get the message, right? Because my whole point in doing this is to get a positive message out so that people can start their day. I am not here to tell you what to do. I am here to encourage you to be the best version of yourself. Okay? That being said, I am not doing personal readings at this time. I will get that going pretty soon, but right now I am not. So just take resonates, leave the rest for someone else to appreciate. Be your own leader of discernment. Okay? If anyone is interested in tipping, donating, or supporting my channel, my Cash App is in the description. And I do thank you ahead of time if you do plan on assisting me in that way. Okay, it's not required, but it is greatly appreciated. Okay. Um, I think I got everything out of the way. Yeah, all disclaimers. You be the adult. You go with it and go with God to make all of your decisions. Like I said, don't take anything that I say so seriously that you go out and change your life because of it. Okay? We're not doing that. We're making our own decisions and we're adulting. Okay? So, full moon. So we know that the full moon is what we want to, where we want to release things, and the new moon is where we want to um, acquire new things, right? Release the things that no longer serve us and open ourselves up to receive all the greatness and the newness and the rebirths and the new beginnings that are coming our way in the new moon, okay? So in the full moon in Scorpio, you want to release renewal empowerment, okay? So let go of the past pain and embrace your personal transformation, stepping fully into your power. Tap into your gift, okay? Tap into who you are. Be who you're supposed to be. Tap into the gift that God gave directly to you, okay? And release all the people, places, and things that no longer serve your highest good and your greater purpose, right? Because you're tapping into the Most High, right? That's a whole purpose of our soul, guys, is to ascend high enough to reach the Most High, right? We're not here just to work until we pass away. That's not what our purpose is. So tap in, okay? New moon in Scorpio, transformation, depth, rebirth. So you got new beginnings coming in the new moon. Dive deep into your emotions and embrace transformative changes, okay? Dive deep. Do your shadow work, okay? Let go of past pain. Embrace everything that's happened to you. Forgive the people that have hurt you. Forgive yourself for allowing them to hurt you. Tap into that energy, right? Because no one can do anything to us that we don't allow them to do. Okay? So tap into that energy. And also tap into the fact that you've got wonderful things in the wakes for you. Wonderful things in the wakes for you, Scorpio. You just got to make sure you're ready to release what no longer serves you and be ready to tap into what God has for you. And don't try to dictate how your blessings come. Just focus on learning your lessons, and the blessing will come. And it'll come in the way it's supposed to, right? So just don't be um, in the midst of trying to control the outcome. Don't worry about how it's going to come. Just know that it's going to come and it's going to be in your favor. Okay? So get ready for the blessings. Just learn those lessons. Okay? Reason is powerless in the face of love. Romance, communication, listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. It guides you home. It truly does. Your heart truly does guide you home. So listen, pay attention, okay? Because there's something that you need to really, there's a message that you need to get, and it's about love. It's about leading with love, no matter what, right? Don't worry about what other people are doing. Don't worry about what other people, how other people are trying to get you to react, or if they're gaslighting you. Don't worry about any of that. Let them do what they're trying to do, and you tap in to your power and your gifts because you're doing the work, right, Scorpio? So if you're doing the work that you're supposed to be doing, people cannot trigger you. And you understand that anger is a disease, right? It's basically a punishment that we give ourselves for someone else's behavior. So let's not punish ourselves, Scorpio. Boop! Tap into your gifts and your power, right? And don't let anyone else set flame to you. Okay? There's no chip on your shoulder. There's nothing to knock off. Lead with that. Okay, I had to make sure my glasses weren't dirty. Set your life on fire and seek those who fan your flames. Kindred spirits, passion, follow your heart. Okay, listen to your heart was the first card, right? You see that last sentence? Listen to your heart. And the last sentence on here is follow your heart. Your heart has its own brain. You know that, right? It's safe to listen to your heart. God resides there. Okay. What did I say? Lead with love. Love is the bridge between you and everything. Connection, oneness, finding your way forward. Lead with love, babe. You know, if you're fearful about something right now, run straight for it. Don't run away from it. Okay? Because fear is there to stop you in your tracks, right? So if you don't stop, if you are like a freight train, chicka 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 chicka, choo choo, and just boom, keep going forward when you face that fear, guess what happens? That fear disappears. It is no longer a part of your life, right? So now you don't have to worry about it. You're not afraid anymore. Like my story of fear is this right here. I was afraid of being in the spotlight. I didn't want people to like look at me, because people are judgmental and very ugly, you know. But I faced my fear head on. Period. I'm here. I've been doing this for over a year now, right? And I've built myself up to a place where I feel very confident doing lives. Was forced into doing lives. Like my devices wouldn't let me record a video and upload it. So I had to do lives. It's the only way I was going to get my message out. And I had to get past my fear. And I did that. And I encourage you to do the same. Get past your fear. Don't let it control you. Do your shadow work, right? Whatever you did in the past, it's over. It's done with. You cannot go back and change that. Forgive yourself for it. Move on. Whatever mistake it was, no matter how big or small it was, it's done. You can't revisit that. Okay? So move on. Forgive yourself. Forgive anyone who's ever hurt you. Forgive yourself for letting them hurt you. Forgive yourself for hurting other people and move forward. Okay? In love and light. And pray for everyone's healing, including your own. Right? But face your fears head on and lead with love. Because if you're leading with love, then you can't fail. That's the highest vibration of all, right? Leading with love is the best way to move forward. That's the only way we're going to conquer all the hate in the world, is leading with love. You can't conquer hate with hate. All that does is lead to lots of bloodshed. Only thing that can conquer hate is love. All you need is love. That is the truest statement of them all. That's really all you need. Everything else will fall into place. Right? All right. These pains you feel are messengers. Listen to them. Getting signs, learning messages from spirit. And it might be a great time for you, Scorpio, to keep a dream journal. And I say this message to everyone. This is a collective message right here. This is not just for Scorpio, even though this is a Scorpio reading. It is a great idea for everyone to keep a dream journal. Okay, and that keeps popping up in my mind and during a reading because it is essential. It'll change your life, in the best way, in a very positive way. Okay? So, what you want to do is this is what I like to do. I like to exercise a little. You don't have to do a heavy exercise, but a light exercise and yoga, because it clears you up. It gives you better energy, happier energy, and it clears out some of that stuck energy, that stuck emotion, that just, ugh, once you get that out, it's gone, right? And it puts you in a higher vibration. Then you pray and you meditate, right? And you put your journal next to your bed. When you wake up in the morning, you want to write down whatever you remember from your dream, okay? And at that moment, you're going to realize you've gotten messages from the Most High, from past over loved ones, from your spirit team, okay? You'll get answers to questions. You'll get messages from whoever was trying to send you a message, okay? But it'll change your life, and it will put you in a better headspace, right? Because you won't be in a fog. You'll be clear, and it will help you tap into your gifts as well. Okay, I'm gonna pause 1 second, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Whoa, we're not accepting all of that. Okay, I like this one. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. Stand out, perspective, bringing things together. This is you. Check it out, babe. Scorpio, I need you to listen to your intuition and believe in yourself. You need to tap into your confidence, babe. And most of the Scorpios that I know are highly confident, but there are those few that aren't, and those are the ones I'm talking to right now. You want to tap into your inner child, okay? Because that's where your creativity comes from. And it's important to tap into your creativity, because what you want to do is figure out what makes you happy. Where's your happy place? What is it that you would do for free? Think about that. Oh, wait. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, guys. Join the tribe. If it resonates with you, join the tribe. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Okay. Let me check my other device. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. All right. I'm back. There's a lot going on today. All right, guys. Sorry about the interruptions. It seems like it's constant, but it's just, what is today? Is it Tuesday? It just feels like it's a very busy Monday. Like, everybody's kind of chaotic on Mondays. But anyway, and my Monday, it wasn't really chaotic. It was just kind of systematic. So I just feel like stress free right now. And not to say that stressful things aren't happening in my life. I'm just not letting them get to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I hope you guys are in the same energy, Scorpio. And it's the reason why that came up from me during this reading because it's significant. You shouldn't be stressed out about anything. Stress doesn't serve you. Somebody used to say that to me, and it is a very true statement. Stress does not serve you. All stress does is settle in your body and make you sick. So don't stress out about anything. Whatever's happening, it doesn't matter how bad it is. Still think of the lesson to be learned in that. Like, what did I do? What did I do to cause this, and how can I prevent this from happening in the future? Right? And you learn that lesson. You'll get to the blessing immediately. Right? And then you just keep moving forward and ascending. I mean, I can't stress that enough. I've had some pretty hectic things happen to me, and I stop in the moment, and sometimes I break down. Like, oh, I have a deep, ugly cry about it, and but after that, I have to pick myself up and keep moving forward, and that's what I do. And that's how I get through it. Sometimes you just got to release that emotion from whatever the situation is and move forward, but you can't sit down and feel sorry for yourself and just sit there and not get up. I mean, you have to get up. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole point in life. It's not about how many times you get knocked down. That's where that statement comes from. It doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and try to keep going. Right? That's all you got to do is just try to keep going, keep moving forward, and know that this too shall pass and greater days are coming. Always. Nothing is forever. The good times aren't forever, so the bad times can't be forever. Everything has its season, a reason and a season. So just be aware of that and know that nothing, when they say that the Most High won't give you anything more than what you can handle, the Most High is going to challenge you continuously. You can handle it. As long as you're still breathing, you can handle it. Right? When you can no longer handle it is when you will pass away. When you've gotten to the point that you need to get to. But as long as you're here, you're going to continuously be challenged. So just be ready for it. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Don't be so ready that you are always preparing for the future. But when I say stay ready, you got to enjoy today like there is no tomorrow. Right? Prepare as much as you can for tomorrow. Forget about yesterday. Do your shadow work and let yesterday be what it is yesterday and take the lessons that you learned for today, but live for today. Like, seriously, live for today like there's no tomorrow. I can't stress that enough. After the cancer diagnosis, I mean, it was so swift for me. It was like, you have cancer. We can cut it out. We can remove this, we can remove that, and we can cut it out, right? And then it was like, okay, you don't have cancer. All that within a week. Now you're just healing from all of this, And it's like, wow, the testimony of that, the hard punch of you got cancer. Like, what? Wait, what? And I was just like, it's like somebody punched me really hard and knocked the wind out of me, you know? And then they came back and was like, okay, so We tested everything and looked at everything around there. You're good to go. It's nowhere else. It's just there. We can cut it out. It's removable. I was like, really? Huh. Okay. Do tell. You know? And then it went from Grim Reaper to, oh, you're gonna live. So it just made me want to embrace each day like there is no tomorrow, because you never know. You never know what diagnosis you're gonna get tomorrow. So live for today, because today is what you got, right? Worry free right now. Live for right now. Because in 5 minutes, you could walk outside and boom, it's over. Right? So enjoy the moment right now. Be grateful for the people, places, and things that are positive and high vibrational that are in your life right now. Right? And be okay with releasing anything that's low vibrational and not serving any purpose in your life. Release. All right, guys. All right. So the card that had popped out that I didn't say anything about is look for the answer inside your question. Be honest with yourself. You know the truth, right? Because most of the time, honestly, we know the answer. We just don't want to face it. Most of us know the answers. We're just like, somebody else tell me. I don't want to face that truth, because that's all it is. We all know what's really going on. Your heart is an ocean. Find yourself in its hidden depths. Life journey, finding purpose, true love. So this is Scorpio. You're really on your life purpose journey, your soul purpose journey. You're really trying to tap into why you're here, why you were born. Some of you are really asking that question constantly. Why was I born? What am I here for? What am I here to do? What am I here to accomplish? Right? And there's nothing wrong with that. What do we have on the bottom? Maybe you search the branches for what is only in the roots. Go deeper, look elsewhere. You need more. So, okay, you know what this is telling me, guys? You guys aren't going deep enough. You're only going surface level, right? Because you're staying in the safety zone. You got to step outside the box and take a leap of faith, Scorpio. You got to believe in yourself the way you believe in other people, right? You're putting your faith in everybody else around you, but you're not putting that faith in you, baby boo. You got to believe in yourself. You got to, somebody's trying to really shut me up because they don't want you to believe in yourself. You got somebody siphoning your energy. Because if you start to believe in yourself that and see yourself for what you truly are, you're going to start seeing the people around you for who they truly are as well. And that may not be very beneficial for them. Okay. So we got that going on. And they don't want me to give you this message because if you know what's going on, then they're not going to be able to swing from your energy anymore. That's crazy. It's crazy how far people will go to try to stop you from progressing in life. It's like, get your life together, man. Put forth that energy into your own life. You know, if everybody's putting forth 100% of their energy into their own lives, then it's good to go. You got the Ace of Cups. Can you guys see that? I love this deck, by the way. It's so gorgeous. You got the Ace of Cups and the King of Swords. Oh, and you got someone really trying hard to break your heart, but you're going to prevail. You got somebody trying real hard to just stop everything that you love, you know, trying to stop your relationship, trying to stop your forward progress. They're 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 doing the most, right? But you have faith. You know that love is going to find its way to you, Scorpio. I feel like you're a hopeless romantic. You got the Hangman and the Chariot, so you got great things coming your way, right? Because you have a confidence that most people just don't have. Most of you have this confidence, this air about yourself, and that's what kind of ticks some people off. That confidence that you have, it really ticks some people off. They don't like it. They hate the fact that even through all the bull crap that goes on in your life, you still see your cup as full. You know your chariot's coming. You know things are going to look up for you no matter how bad it gets. For the most part, most of you have that energy, right? But you do have someone that's spending all of their time, like even when you're asleep, they're still trying to bring an end to you. That's why part of that sleep journal is going to help you as well, because it's going to help you to stay protected and stay vigilant. Okay. Eight of Swords. They're trying to bind you. You see that reflection there? They're trying to blind you and bind you, but you see yourself clearly. That this is the reflection they want you to see. Okay, but you are the star. You are the star. And your powers are infinite. So tap in, Scorpio. Don't let anyone blind you and make you feel like you are not the star that you are. Okay? Because your King of Cups is right here with you, bringing you a wonderful cup that's going to help you in a huge way. You be your own leader of discernment with this, but I'm seeing great things with that cup because you got the Wheel of Fortune. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, so no one can take that from you. They can delay it and have you go down the wrong path, but you got to stay sharp, okay? Got your Knight of Pentacles here. You got Pentacles coming your way, no matter what. So don't let someone steer you off of your path, okay? And have you going in the wrong direction. Oh, I almost knocked all of those out over. So somebody's going to really try to knock you off of your path, right? That's why it's a great idea for you to start releasing people, places, and things immediately. Okay? Immediately. Um I'm not sure what you're writing. That's not showing up in English, so it's not translating. We got the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Hi, Jamie Unson. And then we got Temperance. Stay balanced. And I told you earlier, it's a need for you to do yoga, exercise, meditate, get yourself elevated, vibrate high so you're able to manifest whatever is supposed to come your way. Okay. You got the Empress. Yeah, this Empress is pregnant. Okay. So somebody may be having a baby, an actual baby, but she's pregnant with new life, new ideas, right? So you got great things of rebirth coming your way. You got your Emperor here and the Chariot that came out prior, right? So you got a whole lot coming your way, right? Your Emperor's coming with the Chariot. Okay, I don't know why these cards flipped over like this, but I'm going to read them because they were flipped up. So it's the Queen of Wands because that was on top. They flipped over, so it's a part of the story. You got magical things coming your way. Basically, what this is telling me is you need to tap into your gift. Big time, you need to tap into your gift. And some things are going on behind your back that you just don't know about, Scorpio. But justice is going to be in your favor. The scales of justice will be tipped in your favor. But there is some stuff that's going on behind your back that you just don't know about. I think it's going to be involving money. Seriously. But I know people are doing magic behind you. And you are tapped into the moon. Someone's doing moon magic against you, but you are tapped into the moon. So their moon magic is bouncing right back to them. And the lovers, you got new love coming into your life for those of you that are single. But those of you that are not single, the love that you have, you're about to have a paradigm shift. And you're going to see your mate in a whole new light. And those of you that haven't been faithful, Scorpio, you're about to get your shit together. It's about time. And some of you that have been, putting a lot into your relationship and you were thinking it was about to fade, your mate is about to see you in a new light. And they're going to love on you in the way that you need them to love on you. Six of Swords, you're sailing into calmer waters. All the drama that was going on when I said this too shall pass, it's coming to an end. Whatever that was. Seven of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Your pentacles are coming in. Okay? You got the whole world in your hands. You got the whole world in your hands. You got the whole wide world in your hands. Yes, you got it, babe. And the Two of Cups to reiterate that love, babe. It's coming your way. Okay? And the Queen of Pentacles to let you know everything you want. I just feel like you need to release some stuff and you need to go have some fun. You need to go enjoy your life. Okay? Because life is a beautiful thing. And you're sitting around being way too serious when you need to just sit back and smell the roses. And you gotta let what's going to be. You got to stop trying to force things to be. You know, I feel like we as people, we want things to be a certain way. You know, we want to receive things, but we want to receive them in a specific way, and we're trying to dictate to the Most High how it comes. You just can't do that. You just can't do that. You just got to know that you put it in God's hands, and it's going to be in divine timing. Trust the process. Just trust that process. Just trust that process. Just trust the process. Trust the process. Just trust the process. Why did I know that car was going to go flying all the way outside of my jurisdiction? No. Ah. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's the side of my incisions. It has been over 30 days, but I'm still tender. Anyway, this just in. Spirit says focus on your finances at this time. Slow down with spending and develop a habit of saving, or at least start to invest your money into assets that will bring you financial stability and wealth. And we're talking about generational wealth. Tap in. We're tapping into great things, you know? So you can lay the foundation for your passive and residual income, Scorpio. So you can make money in your sleep, baby boo. That's what we're talking about, right? So you're talking about you want to get money. Okay, well, we're talking about we're going to make sure you get money. You're going to make money while you're sleeping, baby, if you do it right, if you listen, if you pay attention, right? Open your ears and shut up. Just listen. Okay, breaking news. You've recently experienced a tower moment in your life. Spirit had come to warn you that whatever is not built on solid ground will surely come crumbling down. But not to worry, Spirit says, for this is now the time to start again and build a more stable foundation. That foundation means everything. If it's not strong, it's going to come crumbling down. So now's your time. If it's not strong, rebuild it from scratch. Just tear it down and rebuild it from scratch. Boop. Start now. It's the best time, right? This just in. Self-love is just as important than having someone love you. Let's repeat that. Self-love is just as important than having someone else love you. Spirit says the love you give to yourself tells the universe how you want to be loved by someone else. Practice self-love. Get into it. Fill your cup up. Love on yourself. Okay? In other news, Spirit says it is time to let go of the past. Shadow work. Whatever it be, a past lover, past trauma, or past memories, accept it for what it is and remember the lessons it has taught you, but leave it where it's meant to be, in the past. Leave it in the past. It's called shadow work. What have I been telling you guys thus far? Did I say that already? A few times? Yeah. I tell you guys that my intuition is what I tell you. I'm giving you I'm dropping all the jewels, right? And then I'm dropping the cards for confirmation of what I've already told you. This just in. Forgiveness is the key to healing and letting go. Okay, I already said that. Whomever you need to forgive, Spirit says now is the time to do so. There is no need to hold on to hurt, anger, or pain. Release it so you can be free. And did I not just say that? Or haven't I been saying that this whole time? I can't make this up, guys. Get into it, yeah? Release that pain. Release that anger. Release all that crap. Free your mind, and the rest will follow. Okay? Free your mind and the rest will follow. Be colorblind, don't be so shallow. Yes. Get into it. There's a message in there. Like that one movie, what is it? It was a parody of it was one of the first parodies I ever saw. Don't be a menace while drinking juice in the hood. Have you guys ever seen that movie? The Wayans brothers, Sean and Marlon Wayans. I think that was one of their first parodies. It was so funny. Watch that movie. It's hilarious. I feel like I want to wrap this up in a minute. I think I'm going to pull from one more deck and I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. Wow. And before I even shuffle, we got rigid and it takes two. And head held high. Wow. All right. All right. So rigid, it says unfair manipulation to achieve specific outcome, dishonest or unethical behavior, deceptive outcome. So you got somebody in your energy that's really trying to, ooh, you know what? That is a part of this as well. Wow. Yep. Okay. That's crazy. These cards that just came out, it's like 8 of them. Okay, so I'm going to start from the top. First, we got rigid. Unfair manipulation to achieve specific outcome, dishonest or unethical behavior, deceptive outcome. So somebody is like purposely, it's rigged. They rigged something to hurt you specifically, basically. Yeah. They're trying to hurt you in the worst way. And it's ugly. It's an ugly deception. It takes two to tango. Both are at fault. No one person is innocent or guilty here. Two perpetrators, guilty parties. So two people are guilty here. Maybe you and another person were guilty at one point in a situation. Maybe you realized your part in it and you tried to do the work to, work your way out of that and learn the lesson that needed to be learned. But I feel like the other person, the second person in that it takes two to tango, is just blaming you. Period. They're pissed that you got past it. How can you get past it? Is what they're going through. And you're like, I grew up. I know that this too shall pass. I know that I'm going to do things that aren't going to be great. I'm going to do things that I'm going to have to forgive myself for, and this is one of them. So you move past the situation that was hurtful, that you may have been hurtful to someone as well, but you forgave yourself. You forgave them for what they did to you, what you allowed them to do to you, and you forgave yourself for what you did to them, and you moved on. But they're still holding on to the pain of it, and they're blaming you for all of it. So that's not your problem. Sea lioning, passive aggressive trolling, pretending to be curious, but actually wants to harass or derail you. Yeah, this is the same person, you know? It's like a frenemy, you know? Identity crisis, feeling unsure of who you are or where you belong, questioning sexuality or orientation. So that might be the reason why you guys didn't work out. And maybe you figured that out. And that's the reason why you were like, I'm just going to let you be, let you figure out your life, because what you're going through is not something I can help you with, nor do I want to be involved in. Right? So you moved on with your head held high, faced difficulties with pride, confidence, and dignity, staying resilient through tough times. You moved on, seriously, and in a great way. And it's that picking yourself up and dusting yourself off energy, right? You put your crown on and you started to realize your worth. And they are pissed about that. the distant star, far off goal, or dream that feels more reachable with time. Out of reach, but continue to inspire you. You are a star, right? So you see things differently than other people. And even though it's in the distant horizon, you know that all it takes is a little bit of work. Some of it is spiritual, some of it is physical, but you know that all it takes is a little bit of work, and you can accomplish whatever you want to. You dream big, Scorpio, right? With attainable goals and practical plans to get there, right? So your frenemy is trying to figure out how you do that and how you make it look so easy. You make it look easy because of that process right there. And they don't know how to do that, right? And if they had a brain, they would be your friend for real instead of your frenemy. And they could actually get that advice and get some encouragement and maybe even some help, some actual hands-on assistance getting their dreams accomplished. But no, they want to sit there and be envious and act like a little troll. So that's their problem, and you're going to let them grow up on their own, because you can only lead a horse to water. You can't force them to drink it. You can't force a person to put on the goggles of clarity. You can give them the information, but if they don't want to see it, you gotta walk away. You gotta release people where they are. You can only meet them where they are. And if they're not willing to ascend or elevate themselves enough to ascend, you gotta leave them where they are. They'll get there eventually, but you can't assist them with everything. You've given them the knowledge that you needed to give them. Now it's time for you to move on. Bye bye, snip, snip, cut the cord and release them. Because those type of people can vampire off of your energy, right? Because they don't know what to do with the knowledge. That doesn't mean they don't know what to do with your energy. So be aware of that. Bridges to the future, building connections now that will benefit you in the future, setting goals to accomplish later. So you're about that. You're about that. You're in your bag. You're trying to win. You're on the grind. You're doing what you need to do to succeed, Scorpio. So stay in that energy. Don't let anyone take you out of that energy. You're doing what you need to do, babe. And that's a beautiful thing. You keep that up. Okay? Tragic comedy. It's funny because it's so tragic, preposterous. It makes you laugh. Laughing at your own pain. Oh, wow. Okay, so I think this is what somebody thought you were doing, but when your life got tragic and you continued to smile through it, they thought you were laughing at your own pain, but you weren't laughing. You were just staying high vibrational. You weren't letting the painful moments get to you and take you to a place of darkness. You just laughed it off and was like, you know what? This too shall pass. It's going to be good. It's going to be all right. What could I have done differently? Right? How can I avoid the situation in the future? Two good questions to ask yourself when a tower moment hits, right? Giving it all you got. One last big try, maximum effort and energy toward a goal, not holding anything back. That's the energy that you bring, Scorpio. Hey, get it, get it, get it. That's right, baby boo. You tap into that energy and sit in that energy. That's where you live. Okay? Get it how you live. All right, this is your reading, Scorpio. I hope this resonated with you. If it does, drop it down in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm not doing personal readings right now. I'll get back to you guys about that. If you are interested in tipping, donating, or supporting my channel, I greatly appreciate it. It is not required, but I appreciate any donations I get, okay? That information, my Cash App, that's in the description. I love you guys. Get out into nature, ground yourself, love on yourselves and each other. Namaste.